Yo, what up? It's Aaron motherfucking Moses. And this video is a very basic yet fundamental lesson. One of the first topics that I touched on when I start making self-help videos and information videos on life, So I ran into a situation at my job at the workplace. I was being discriminated against. I'm not gonna go very deep into the actual story and what is going on with that case now. But the reason for this discrimination, just like anything else that Nazis fucking do and that America has introduced to its people, the reason for this discrimination is because there was a misunderstanding of values and boundaries and respect, self-respect, dignity, pride, and core strength. The only person or type of people that would perpetuate and encourage discrimination is a motherfucking Nazi. A socialist, nationalist, whatever the fuck you want to call that personality or that person, a Nazi. Someone who only sees value in what they do and does not recognize other people's boundaries, and somebody who honestly doesn't have very much self-respect. Now, everybody says in order for you to get respect, you gotta give respect. You gotta earn it. Okay, and that's not what respect is. Respect means literally the acknowledgement of boundaries, the acknowledgement of the value of somebody's mind, body, soul, emotional state. Okay, so if you're trying to think about your life and somebody comes up and says, "Hey, Aaron," that's disrespecting somebody's mental space. If somebody walks up to you and steps on your motherfucking shoe or coughs in your face, that is not acknowledging somebody's boundaries, somebody's physical space and state. If you tell somebody that their holidays are not important, or tell somebody that they cannot believe a certain thing, that is disrespecting somebody's spirituality. Okay, so we have, if you tell somebody to shut the fuck up and you shouldn't feel like this, you shouldn't feel like you're getting discriminated against, and you get blamed for the actions of somebody else. You tell somebody to shut the fuck up and to switch your emotions, that's disrespecting somebody's emotional state. Alright? So, disrespect from other people comes from you. You are responsible for if people disrespect you. Don't be a little bitch, little victim, okay? You have a choice. You have all the you don't just have a choice, you have all the choices. All 7 billion people in this world have to respect you if you have boundaries. Respect from other people starts in the core, in the heart, in the home, in your actions. Nobody's going to respect you if you don't respect yourself. For example, I went to my cousin's house. My cousin is mad disrespectful towards his mom. He tells her to shut up. Not now, when we were little kids. He told her to shut up. Stop talking to me. What the fuck you want? talking about fucking bitches in front of his mother. And I didn't duplicate his exact actions, but I definitely tested her boundaries, because I was thinking like, okay, your son at home is disrespecting you. Which means, what for me? I have decisions now. I have choices. Do I take advantage of your obvious deficiencies, the holes in your fucking armor? Or do I just act like my same respectful good boy Aaron self? Because I was definitely the fucking quiet kid that was just, he's so nice, he's such a joy to have at my home, he's quiet. But no, I didn't do that. So I went home to my own house after all summer witnessing how my cousin disrespected the fuck out of his mom. And of course, because I was a follower, I tested my mother's boundaries. She wasn't having it. So then I learned boundaries. I learned that the only reason that my cousin was treating his mother like that is because some people play with their kids and some people don't play with their kids like that. She respected herself so much or so little, and he responded to that just like a goddamn animal. Just like fucking Gaia tries the shit out of me all the time, and people think I'm such a bad person. I'm not a dog beater. My dog is aggressive. She's a fucking pit bull, and she tries to walk in front of me all the time. She tries to walk outside the house all the time. I have to call her in, give her a little thump on the nose. She puts her nose on my plate when she wants some of it, and I have to kick her in the chest. Sometimes you have to reinforce these boundaries. That's why they're there. Not so people could just be like, oh, okay, I'm never gonna test them. Somebody's gonna fucking test your boundaries. That's why you move. That's why all your features of your body are meant to go forward to protect your boundaries, not backwards, not wobbling backwards like a little happy feet ass penguin coughing in people's faces. Your features, your body parts, everything, nose, eyes, ears, mouth. You can't bend your ears back. You can only bend them so you can hear shit better from a distance, so you know what the fuck you need to do and how to respond. So when people disrespect you, people don't acknowledge your value, that's your fault. You have the power to make all 7 billion people respect you, or reinforce your boundaries. So if somebody does something fucked up to you, if somebody doesn't want to be your friend because you're a lonely ass bitch that coughs in people's faces, respect that. Don't discriminate against them and try to make them feel as shitty as you do about yourself all the time, because you don't have any boundaries. And the only way that you can make people feel like you feel is to disrespect yourself. Show people how little and how low you value yourself, and go from there and see what happens. See, me, I'm like a scorpion or a snake. Like, I have venom. I'm not gonna sit around and be tough guy, but there's only so much I can, like a half animal, half god type of being, like a fucking human. I don't let everything, just because, and that's another thing, respect is something that is very tricky to gauge from people in some ways. The only way, like I said, the only way to get people to respect you is initially to show them how much you acknowledge your own value. Nobody is gonna fuck with you in certain ways if you take care of yourself, if you work out, if you smell like you care about yourself, if you look like you care about yourself. Then that is just basic the basic foundation of, okay, this person has some kind of self-respect. Everything else from there, health, saving your money, not getting fucked up, taking care of your body on the inside as well as the outside, that says a lot to people. Where I live, I want to make a video. I'm gonna make a video about this right before I move. I don't think that would be very wise to do right now. But where I live, you know, in normal societies, I'm talking about places where the population is 100,000 and up. Anything under that, I'm not gonna say is weird or abnormal or something that is not society. But we'll say like the places I've lived: Atlanta, Chicago, Phoenix. That's only 3 places I live. These places and bigger cities with bigger populations, the quiet person, it's understood not to be fucked with. The person who is the quietest, like eerily, weird, creepily quiet, that person is labeled automatically crazy. Where I live, however, and other places in the South, I've seen this. The quiet person is somebody who is considered unintelligent, stupid, incapable. I don't really. I understand, yeah, because I was quiet for that reason at some point in my life, and maybe it transformed into fucking insanity. But just because somebody is quiet doesn't mean they're stupid. That's a defense mechanism for some people. If I stay quiet, like the quiet person in class that talks a lot outside of class, but in class, nothing. Person with a big personality is quiet when shit gets serious, because they don't want to embarrass themselves and say something stupid, or you know, they're a bully and they don't know how to read all that well. So when the teacher asks them to read some shit, they turn aggressive. That's not me. That's never been me. I just don't like fucking people outside of YouTube, outside of the people that I interact with. I'm really picky. I don't just, I guess that's a narcissism thing, but I don't just show everybody my personality, because that's an investment, bro. That's an investment I'm making to people, and I don't like to just go all willy-nilly with my energies, you know what I mean? But people fuck with you. You can't really change overnight. You can make a decision to end it, but you gotta have the strength. You have to have the core to do that. You can say, look, today I'm not letting anybody even come close to my boundaries. There's bullies at school, there's people that pick on me. The fucking bus driver always talks shit to me when I get on the bus because I got all change instead of fucking dollar bills or a bus card. So when people do stuff to me, I'm gonna just fucking automatically protect my boundaries and enforce my boundaries and show them that I do have boundaries. It's not gonna work like that. It's gonna take time. Because if you come to somebody like me or any fucking person, and every day it's the same routine, and you say, you know what, today that's not gonna happen, and I say, okay, fair enough, and I do it anyway, the first step was you saying, today that's not gonna happen. Now the next day you say, today this is not gonna happen, Aaron. You're gonna respect me because I'm fat and I'm old. And I say, you know what? That's pretty cool that you think you have boundaries today, more than yesterday, and more than the other hundreds of days we work together. But I'm gonna do it anyway. How about that? And you saying, no, you're not gonna do it again. Okay, you said it twice. Much more convincing than the day before and the day before that. and I still do it. You see, you have to. The person who's gonna always test it until something bad happens. That's just who I am. That's just who I am. I'm not a fucking psychopath. I'm not like a automatically. It's just, I mean, the separation between God and animal. That's where the thing comes together. That's what animals do. Animals test your boundaries and see how far they could take you before something bad happens, or until they're satisfied and they don't need to press you anymore. Pit bulls are literally goddamn bullies. Guy is gonna keep testing these boundaries until I fuck around and accidentally kill her dumbass. I don't know why it has to be like that, but it's gonna be like that. And I'm gonna end up seriously injuring her to the point where now she knows never to do that again. Now I already thumped her on the nose enough where she knows not to run out the door before me, to sit down, and then when I say you can go, she can go. Now is the time when I break one of her fucking ribs, she will not walk up to my plate and put her goddamn nose on it and sit right there in front of me begging me for food, when she has a lot of food in her own bowl, and we don't have to go through this whole cycle. And until that's just what animals do. Animals are not gonna sit there and fucking bully you usually, but they will test to see what they can do. They will test your boundaries. And you have to make sure to always be prepared. Don't be all paranoid and have anxiety like AaroniMoses. Don't have anger problems and have to breathe them out, start shaking. That's my next step. I have to work on my anxiety and my anger problems. That's definite. I didn't know I had so much anger. I know I was born like this. I've always known I had anger problems. Always. But the anxiety, that hasn't been triggered in a long time. As far as me having anxiety, I've had anxiety attacks like last year or some shit. But anyway, yeah, man, your value, your pride, I'm a prideful person and I do ignorant shit because of that. So don't listen to just whatever pride you want to bounce that around and look that up and do your own research on that. But boundaries, respect, affirmation, action. If you know what's going on in the sky right now, the planets, you know what time is about to be. So build those boundaries today. Right now is the time to reinforce them. Just think about it. Why do people disrespect other people? Why do people not respect people? Watch any movie. Watch fucking like Breakfast Club. Watch literal Breakfast Club interviews. Watch the one with Master P when he tried to fucking punk out Charlemagne. Kind of want to make a part 2 to this. Actually, I'm gonna do that. So it's AaroniMoses. Socialize with me. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even Snapchat. Email me. What else? Website. Be on the lookout for that new music. I'm cooking today. Like right after this, I'm about to jump in the booth. Alright? Pray for me, everybody. Pray for me. Pray for my anger to be under control. Pray for my anxiety to be evaporated. Pray for my depression to fertilize the earth and give birth to new fruits and vegetables. Alright? I love all of you motherfuckers. Alright? AaroniMoses. Peace, bang gangers. Alright.